All right, starting a $100 nickel hunt. Got a brand new case from the bank, and let's go through and see if we got anything here that looks like it's going to be a hunt, or if they're all 2023 Ds or something like that. Well, whatever it is, they've settled. Nope, we got circulated nickel, so wow, that's an older looking one. Yep, all right. So I'm going to go through the first 10 rolls. I'll be looking for anything 1959 or older, and any double dies or anything cool like that. Hopefully we can find some buffaloes and other stuff like that. So I'll go through the first 10 and come back and check with you and let you know what I found. Talk to you in a minute. All right, let's get this so it kind of looks straight. All right, I got a couple of finds here. This is the one die crack I found. Oh, come on. See if I can get it to focus. That's good. It's a 2007. Let's look at it real quick. Not a whole lot there. On the back, it's just a little bit of a die crack right there where the edge of the building, from the rim to the edge of the building, goes across. You can see it going across a little and coming up to about right there. And it looks like it's getting ready to have a really big die crack here, but it's not on this one yet. Just a crack on the edge, and it's scratched, all beat up. But all right, we got that one. Then we got older ones. So let's look at the older ones. We have a 1941 that has a lot of crud on it. This is a 91 Philly. We have a 54 Denver. Nope, Philly. 54 Philly. We have a 55. God, it'd be nice if this was a Philly, but it's a Denver. And we got a 59. Yeah, see if we can get it to where. And it is also a Denver. And then we got this one, 1942. As you can tell by the look, it has a big P above the Monticello. So it is a silver. So we found silver. Oddly enough, I was talking to Southern Coin Hunter while I was searching the 2 rolls before this one. Whenever he signed off, he told me, well, I hope you find some silver. So I found some silver. It worked. So we got that. And I am going to go through and got 10 more rolls to go through. So I'll be going through these. And I'll come back and let you know after I get done. Let you know what I found. Pull them out of there because they aren't. It's like you got 8 on one level and then 12 on the next. All right. Got the next 10 I'm going to go through. So I'm going to go through these and I'll come back and give you a wrap up after I get done. Oh, if you're wondering, these are the 6970S's. This is just a really nice. It's not full steps, but it does look like it came out of somebody's mint set or something. It's a Denver, 1983 Denver. Really nice shape. Can't do that. 1924D, and this was just a. I don't get Phillies that often, so whenever I find a really nice Philly from the 2004s and 5s, I keep them. So this is a 2004 Philly, Bison one. So, all right, I'm going to go through the next 10, and I will check back with you here in a little bit. And that one looks really old, so, come on. That one looks really old. So, hopefully we'll find some more in here. So, I will talk to you here in a couple of minutes. All right, I'm done with the next set of coins, set of 10. One of them was shorted a coin, so I'm down a nickel now. These are my interesting finds. This is I guess what they refer to as a dryer coin. It's been in something to where it just spun around and around and just sanded the bejeezers out of both sides. Doesn't make it worth anything. It's damaged, but just look cool. I got 3 die chips. I got the 2019 here. Let's see if I can find the right button to click. Hey, there we go. 2019. And I believe this one has start of the Beehive die chip over there. I think there's like 3 different types of Beehive die chips. We got a 2010. And I think this one is a die crack there. Oh, you can see it right there. I think that's the only thing with this one. Not in really good shape though. It's been beat up a lot. Then we got a 2021 here. And you can see the die chip between the E and the R there. Right there. And I believe this one here also has a die chip in the M there. Right there in the M. It's not a double die or anything else like that. And I don't see any other die chips. So that's it for the, oh, here, just let me randomly click the buttons on this thing and see what happens. And then I got 4 more older finds. I got a, oh, come on, focus. 1940. And this is Philly. I got 2 of these. Well, I can hold them upright. They're both 1953. And they're both Denvers. And I'll just throw that one to the ground. And this one, I think, was a jukebox coin because it's painted red, and it's a 1958 Denver. Well, you can hardly see the D over there. But that is you can kind of see the red there. It just looked like it was corrosion or something like that, but whenever I put it under the microscope, it's definitely red paint. Here, let me show you real quick. That is definitely red paint. And what they did with the jukebox coins is that back in the day, whenever you'd go into a diner or something like that, they'd have a little jukebox on the tables, or one in the, or a big jukebox that everybody could go play music for the place. And if nobody was playing any music, the owner would have some of their coins that they had painted red, because they might not be the ones that own the jukebox. They might be renting the jukebox for somebody, but they would have their money that they could put in there and start some music playing to try to get things going. And then whenever the person came to clean out the jukebox, to get their money out of the jukebox, they could give the owner back their money so that they could get it going again whenever nobody was using it. So it's a way to pump the prime a little bit, or prime the pump a little bit. So we got that going. I got 10 more rolls ready to go. And I will check back with you after I get them done. So I'll talk to you here in a minute. Okay, I'm done with the next 10 rolls. I got 20 more rolls left. I got a new, wow, what the hell happened here kind of coin. The fact that this happened on both sides just tells me this one spent some time in a parking lot or something. Plus, you can tell how it's scratched up and everything. Whenever I put it, I'd like to say that it was, one of the air coins that are struck wrong, but those are usually just on one side, and you can see how there's just pop marks and scratches and all through this thing. This has spent some time on a parking lot. Plus, most of the time, whenever that happens to a planchet, it only happens to one side. Cap, God, what do they call it? A cap die? Something like that would cause just bad thing, but you can just see how something just scratched into the metal all over this one. So this is a parking lot coin. Yay. Goes good with the dryer coin. So now we got a dryer coin and a parking lot coin. Just to see how many different ways they can screw up coins. I got two more die chips. It's a 2012 and 2016 P. Look at them here both real quick. We got that one here. There's that die chip between the E and the R there. Right there. This one doesn't. But this one here, if you notice, going through the eyes there, there's a straight line going there, through here, all the way over to here. And on this side, it goes this way a little bit too. So let's look at the die chip first. One that has the die chip in the E, the 2016. It also has a die chip in the O there. And it has a little bit of start of the beehive on that side. But this one here that has that line running through the eye, that is what is called a, God. And I looked it up to make sure I knew what the name was called before we called it. But as you can see underneath the, I know this thing's dirty right now. But as you can see underneath right there, there's the eye. And there's the other eye. And that line that's going through is a step line. So it's die. What is it? That's going to annoy me now. I'm going to have to look that up real quick. Let's there's double dies. It is I'll figure it out and I'll tell you next time. But pretty much this is a cool thing. Basically what happened is the two dies struck each other and the image from one die got stuck on the other one, or they both imprinted on each other. So you're getting part of the eyes on this side, part of the face. I don't know if any of the rest of it's coming through there. And on this side here, you get the line where the steps were, the base of the steps, because I'm guessing that's probably about the highest part. There, you get that line for the steps going through the eyes. And I'll look that up, and I'll let you know what that is whenever I come back. Now, as far as older finds go, oh, thought I turned that off. Oh, I'm clicking the wrong button. Okay. Found in 1949 Philly. That's cool. And I showed you this one here that had the red paint on it. It's 1958 Denver there. Well, I got two more with red paint on them. 1957 and a 1956. And I believe they're both Denvers too. But they're both, this one here, I thought it might have been rust or corrosion or something, but it's just really smooth. So I'm thinking that's paint. This one right here, the paint's just worn off. Because I know that looks really dark. But if we look at it underneath the thing here, you can see that it has a red tint on it. And on this one here, you can tell that's definitely just red paint. Looks like it's some other, this one might have been in the ground. There's a chance this one might have been in the ground. But that's definitely red. And you can see there's a 1956 Denver. Now right there, you can see the Denver on the back there too. But I think these are both just painted red. More jukebox coins. So that's what we got. I got 20 more to go through. And I will check back with you after I get them done, and or after I get done with the next 10, let you know what I find there. So talk to you in a minute. All right, the next 10, I didn't find that much. I found one more older one, another 1954 D, or I think that one's a D. Oh, come on, focus. Yeah, D. And I found another one of these, which is making me think this might actually be a metal detector find. Like this one here. This one's a 69S. This one's a 60, or no, a 50, 56 Denver. So I'm thinking these are metal detector finds, but I hang on to the S's anyway. So, all right. So that's it. I got 10 more to do, look through, and then I'll come through and I'll give you a wrap up on what I found. And hopefully we'll have some more fun stuff to show you then. So I'll check back with you here in a minute and do the wrap up. Talk to you in a bit. All right. We're done now. I found two more older coins. 1957 Denver and another 1959 Denver. Yep. So we ended up with four from the 40s, and then 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 from the 50s. That one goes there, that one goes there. I found 4 more die chips that we'll look at, 2 from 2018 and 2 from 2020. Let's get this up here so we can look at them real quick. Sorry, that's 2013. I can't read. And 2018. We'll look at those. The 2013 has die chip in the O. That's where that one is. Find my little pin for pointing. Die chip in the O right there. And then this one here has a star. Sorry. If I can point without moving. Die chip starting around, that's the start of the big beehive. It's starting to break loose there. And I think that's the only thing on those two. The two 2020s, see if I'm writing them myself. 2020 and 2020. And this one here has, little die chip there, right there. And then this one here, a little bit bigger die chip right there. And I think that's damage. I know that's damage. This one's been beat up, but it's the biggest die chip I found this time. Then I found this 1984, and there's no known DDOs or anything for 1984. But whenever I looked at it, that just looked, I think that is some severe die deterioration right there, because that just looked weird to me. And I'm pretty sure that's die deterioration, but if you look on this side, no problem. In God we trust. You can see a little bit, but not much. Then you get over on the Liberty side, and you get towards the edge, and everything there just seems broken. It's like that die was losing all integrity towards the edge of the die chip. So I'm going to hang on to this one just because it looks so cool. And then the two finds, the two good finds, 1942. I mean, it's not in good shape, but 1942 Philly. So we got the silver, and this is the 2016 Die Clash. And I'll put it back underneath the scope so we can look at that, since I now remember what it's called. It's a Die Clash. You can see the line going, you can see it going through the eye there, all the way over to about right here. Straight line. And that straight line is the bottom of the steps there. As you can see the outline of the eye right in here. All right, in that area. You can see the outline of the other eye right there. You can see the pupil right there. But it's a Die Clash. And this one, I think it's more dirty. Well, it's kind of beat up, but it's a little bit dirty too, but it's a die clash. Now on this side, I really can't see anything other than the line for the steps on this side. Can't really see anything else that got clashed. But those are the two big finds for the thing. So I hope you oh, and then I found these that just really looked in incredibly good condition. So I are two 2024s also. Only found two 2024Ds out of this. These are 1969 S's, 1970 S's over here. And then these are the two worst nickel finds. This one I can read a date off of. It's a 1995. This one I can't even get a date off of. But they're just my worst finds of the thing. All right. So please like, share, subscribe. Remember, we do this for fun. Oh, and I got my little container here for silver. You can see that's what I got. So we'll add this to the silver jar. And other than that, please like, share, subscribe. Again, we do this for fun. Hope you enjoyed it. The only thing, well, like I said, we do this for fun. Hope it wasn't too boring for you, and I will talk to y'all later on. And good luck on your hunts. So I will talk to y'all later on. Y'all have a good week.